one thing I keep forgetting to do. If you could at least support a creator, I'd really appreciate your support. We're trying to get Epic Partner, and I feel like this is the only way to get it. All right, bye, TikTok. Good night. Peace. Bye, Joseph. All right, let me close that out real quick. Let me close that out. All right, chat, remind me. Okay, I don't even see any of your comments, and I think it's because my thing is glitched. Yeah, I think my thing is glitched. Uh-oh. Are we not live? Hi, Rebecca. Well, there goes the comment section. I don't see any comments. Okay, never mind. I'm going to put it up here. Yeah, this is different. Okay, something's up. Chat, my stuff is not connecting. Is it movie night? Hi, Richard. No. Hi, Mama P. Can someone tell me who was the first boop? Let's go, Bonnie. Thank you for verifying your account. I really appreciate you. Hi, Megs. Chat, I can't tell who's first-time chatter, who's... yeah, I can't tell anything, man. Something's wrong with my stream. Anyways, chat, we got to come back here. There's a couple of things happening right now. First and foremost, can we get W's in the chat? Where is it? Where is it? Where am I? Cheyenne, resub for 1 month at tier 1. Can we get W's in the chat for Cheyenne? She's been subscribed for 4 months in a row. Thank you, Cheyenne. I appreciate you so much for that. And then I think Marissa gifted out 10 gifted subs. Yo, there's the girl that got proposed. She's getting married, chat. Someone saw what Marissa... Wait, hold on. How come it's not showing? Okay, there it is. I was like, what is happening? Marissa, thank you for the 10 gifted. Kimmy has resubbed for 6 months at tier 1. She's been subscribed for 6 months in a row. Thank you, Kimmy. I appreciate you. There's Kimmy. And then... Malolava Pucciavelli. Hey, hi, everybody. Yeah, I see you with your big girl money. Okay, Cheyenne. Wait, why did someone say fire staff? Oh my gosh, Puns07 just followed us this minute and also subscribed for 1 month at tier 1. Can we get W's in the chat for Puns? Oh, it was fire staff who got the poop. That's what you were trying to say. I hope to actually be able to join a stream soon instead of just lurking. Hey, HR department, you can come play with us. It happens every 3rd Saturday of the month. Every sub on this channel has a shot at playing. Now, not every. Sometimes people miss the sign-up sheet because there's only a limited slot that we play with as far as community. And then every person here can actually play community games. So community games is usually last Saturday of the month, but I don't think we're going to have it on the last Saturday because it's a brand new month. We might have it... Maybe we have community games to say goodbye the day before the new season. So we might not have community games on Saturday this month. You know how the 28th we usually have community games? But because it's the new season, I usually am going to... actually, sub games we're supposed to have. Nah, I can still carry out sub games. I think we can still carry out sub games next week. Shouldn't be a problem. Because I don't think we're going to need any content. Because the new season comes out on the 19th, right, chat? I think. Saf, here's your boop. I'm so sorry. Boop. Hi, Gwen. I believe so. Yeah, so... I think we can all play the new season together. No, it's the 18th, Go-Go says? No, oh, so we're saying goodbye on the 18th, but the new season comes out on the 19th, right? Like, we're saying goodbye next week on the 18th? Chat, I'm gonna do the announcement at the end of the stream. It's not too big, but, like, I just have a special announcement. I hope PJ Sky is here so I can, like, talk to him about it. I just found out I can have a subscription through my Amazon account, but I can't figure out how to use it. Oh, yeah, it's called Prime. Thank you so much, Lexi. It doesn't count towards our goal, but we still get paid as a streamer, and it really means the world to me that you get to decide that if this is the community you decide to send your hard-earned Prime sub dollar to, it would mean the world to me. Because we still get paid, I think, the full amount off of Primes. Off of Prime subs. I'm staying up too late. Yeah, chat, if you got to go to sleep, go to sleep. Right? It's not a big deal. I can already tell you in advance it's not a big deal. But it's something that our community is going to start doing as of late. It's just something that is on my heart. You know what I mean? So it's not a big deal. It's really small. I'm going to be honest with y'all. It's a really, really small deal. It's not a big deal. It's 2 a.m. I may not be awake. Yeah, it's okay. You can get it from the community somewhere else. They're like, no, I must know. No, it's not a podcast. It's none of those. Those are all small. Those are all big deals. Like I said, this one is a small thing. I'll ask ChatGPT how to do it. Thank you, Lexi. There's a couple of Prime subbers in here. Maybe they can answer you if they're here. There's a couple people who gave their hard-earned dollar to actually be here. We're in trouble, aren't we? Nah. You're not in trouble, chat. Yeah, none of y'all are in trouble, chat. Yeah, y'all aren't doing. Yeah, none of y'all are in trouble. Trouble. All right, let me play some. Reload. Where is Kimmy at? Let's go play some Reload. Okay, there goes Kimmy again. Not being in the game when it's time to actually play. They're like, "Are you quitting?" No, chat. I might be for Javante is a bit. Is Dad mad? Going to get milk? No, chat. I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. It has nothing to do with that. Like I said, it's not a big deal. It was a big deal to me, but it's not going to be a big deal for you. It'll be something for y'all to be aware of. If you're wondering, right? There's just something new that's going to start happening. I thought we were going to do Discord Thursdays. No, I still got to play, Kimmy, for Reload. I still got to play for the Reload community who's watching on a purple. Which, by the way, chat, I think we hit the YouTube goal. I'm pretty sure we did. Because I don't see... I think we hit it last night. So whoever was here last night on YouTube, thank you guys so much for taking us over. I meant to tell Mighty Buttercup if it actually hit, but like... hold on, let me thank the people who are going crazy right now. Chat, not only Mel resub for 2 months at tier 1, she's been sub for 4 months in a row. Here's Sushi. Let me show you Sushi real quick. It should be under the pick section. There's Sushi. There's our little tourist. But HR department as well, chat, has continued their sum from Prime gift to tier 1. Can we get W's in the chat for HR department? Thank you so much, HR. Thank you. And then Marissa, the girl who got proposed to, she also gifted 500 biddies. Thank you, Marissa. Where is Marissa at? Right there. He's becoming a full-time potato. No, not that, chat. Yeah, so when's the wedding, by the way? When is the wedding happening? Okay, I accidentally clicked on Wazi's picture. I haven't seen Wazi today. I owe him a piano song. There's a reason why I accidentally clicked on his picture. I owe him a piano song. You know what's funny? I can't talk to any of y'all. Might need my phone open. I knew that, pregnant potatoes. Is the announcement you decide to say apricot properly? No. Chat, it's apricot is already said properly. Did you notice that guy that was freestyling today? He also said it properly. Hi, Jorge. Is Wazi here today? I could play like a random song while we're loading into a game. All right. Let's play a random song for Wazi. Wazi is here? Okay, here we go. All right, Wazi. I'm going to play a classical song for Wazi. Okay, that's good enough. Watch him play for 5 seconds and stop. Yo, chat, was that 5 seconds? Or do you guys think that was beautiful? This is my favorite. You know, he seems like a classy kind of guy, so I decided to... Everybody has, like, a picture up, you know? Doesn't his face look like a classy guy? You can tell, right? I almost feel like this guy goes to the opera. Don't bring up the opera to Timothée Chalamet, though. I don't know. It might be the year of canceling. I might get canceled today. It's a year of canceling. With the amount of strangers I've met, you never know. Yeah, or the ballet. Yeah, or the ballet. Don't bring the ballet or opera. I don't even know what he said that was so sensitive that got him canceled. Does anybody know? Archery, thank you for the follow. Hold on, let me thank the people who gifted like crazy just now. Anonymous gifter again. You know what, Kimmy, can you add a note that I need to find out who this anonymous gifter is? I wonder if I can ever find out by clicking on it. I wonder if I could ever find out, chat, by clicking on it. I wonder if I'll ever find out. Oh, crap. I got to go all the way back to Twisted. Finally managed to come over to the profile. Long-time viewer on TikTok. Yo, Puns, you have no clue. Literally your first time on Twitch, and I don't think you realize this, Puns, what you're doing for me and this community. We have been trying to actually get 100 sub points, right? So anybody who subs for the first time, not gifting, not prime, your point, I'm going to give you like a lot of channel points, because what's going to happen is you are helping me reach the goal of 100 points for 3 months in a row. And what that does is we're finally going to end up getting a 60-40 split from Twitch. We've been having a 50-50 split, and I was telling community, if we hit this 100, more of the community's money comes back to the community, you know what I mean? So we were pushing for a 60-40. And literally, it's your first time today, and you have no clue that you're helping our community get to 60-40 split. This is the last month. We hit 100. Hold on, let me read it out. We hit 104 in the month of January, 102 in the month of February, and then now we're at 72 points. We're only 28% away from the goal. And without people like you, Puns, and to everybody else who manages to do it, we would not be hitting this goal. I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. Now, I don't want to count my eggs before they're hatched, but every point matters. We're pretty much, and we still got so many subs who like haven't renewed yet, so we should hit it. And if not, random CoolDip TV, random Taya accounts, random Kimmy accounts, random Gwen accounts, random community. Yeah, let me tell you, all the community random Megumi accounts, they're all gonna show up out of nowhere. Oh, this is what that guy shot me with last night. Chat, this is what that guy shot me with last night. Fake Gumi, you know what I mean? They're all gonna show up at some point, but I'm pretty sure there's still so much month left. We're gonna end up hitting it. I don't have a doubt in my mind, but I still want to like not count my eggs, so it looks probable. We even had cat memes for like, yeah, how can we forget Buttercup? One of our coolest guys. She's like probably one of 3 coolest guys on the YT as well. All right, I'm gonna go all the way out here. Cat memes for life. Ghost Candy is gonna renew. Yeah, hers is gonna renew in a few days. Thank you, Ghost Candy. And y'all don't ever have to. It just truly means the world to me. Y'all are the reason why I continue to do this full time. Y'all are the reason why I continue to do this full time. First and foremost is God. God allows me to do what I do. That thing is so tiny. Where's the other guy at? He's gonna come back left. I almost feel like this guy... I think that guy's just gonna camp in there. Nope, he's coming out. Yo, Enzo, can we get W's in the chat for Enzo? Oh my gosh, these guys are just gonna keep going. They keep running. Maybe I wait for his friend. Kimmy, there's someone over there by you. I just don't know where he went. Where's his teammate flying to is the question. Enzo, thank you so much for adding to the points. It really means the world to me. Enzo has been subscribed for 2 months in a row. Hey, cool Kimmy, do you know when the new season starts? Mark says, yeah, next week. Next week, Thursday, we're saying goodbye to the map as a community. So everybody get your funny emotes, get your skins ready for next season. Or hold on, let me... What did I miss? I was on a forklift? What are you doing on a forklift? And you better not be operating that forklift on your phone, Marissa. Get the hell off your phone, Marissa, if you're operating it right now. If you're operating heavy machinery, you trolls. 3 more proposals. He tried to slide kick me away. I don't know where this guy's teammate is, though. I'm gonna go this way. I wonder if I pick this up. It's purple. Fredman, thank you for the follow. I was moving stuff back out to the patio for the garden center. Is this for work? I think I'm gonna go all the way across here. Oh, thank you for the posture check. W, Enzo. I appreciate you so much for that posture check. And thank you again. I don't know if you heard me thank you, but I'm going to thank you again. If you didn't hear me the first time, Enzo, I want to thank you again. Thank you so much for taking your hard-earned dollar and subbing for 2. This is your 2nd month in a row. I really appreciate you for it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think that's a bot. I think that's a bot. Oh my gosh, my favorite mobility. How much does this hit for a headshot? 149? I don't know, it's kind of hard, chat, to hit, like, snipe with this thing. It's kind of hard to snipe with it. I gotta go all the way across. Hold on, bear with me. Let's see what we can find here. Nothing. Is there anybody in here? Is the real question. Let's pick this up real quick. Fancy people can have forklifts at home. I know of some people who have forklifts at home. I once used to do a client. So there's this, I once used to do a client. I never did a client before, chat. But like, what I meant was like do a client's party. And they had an indoor elevator. Yet, okay. All right, chat. Chat, yet is crazy. They had an indoor elevator to their house. They lived on like the top of this like bougie ass like neighborhood. And in order to travel and traverse their house, they had an elevator. But wait, you vad? But wait, chat. That wasn't the greatest part about their house. You think that's rich? They had a helipad in their backyard. So they could land helicopters. You think the elevator was the coolest part? Nah. They had a helipad in their backyard. That client of mine moved. I used to do their New Year's Eve party. No wonder why you did them. Okay, chat, I did their party. I was their main MC every single year. They were definitely multi-millionaires. Why do I hear someone shooting Kimmy? I hate how slow this thing, like, shoots. I really hate... I think I need to pick something else, chat. This thing, like... This thing takes forever to zoom in. Maybe I pick this SMG up. What does MC stand for? Man-child? How did you guys know? Me and Nick A30 are the same person. Why do you think we're Fortnite streamers? We're all man-children. We cry about a video game when we lose. You know what I mean? Chat. Fortnite streamers, that's our job. Hold on. I gotta find a way to get out of here. Chat, it's our job to cry. You know what I mean? And complain. Ooh. Wait, can I pick up 2 of these? Nah, you can't. You can't pick it up. Right? Just done the party? Is that what they call it? Guys, what the... Now, where's the 2 sweaty dudes? I think they're waiting in the circle. I think the 2 sweaty dudes are waiting in a circle. I knew that shit was gonna happen. Sweaty. Two of those dudes are still fighting over there. They're chasing the crap out of him. 2 of them chasing the crap out of one dude is crazy. I gotta help him out. Hey, look, guys. It's a little Sunshine Man. Do you know the Sunshine Man? The Sunshine Man. They were all so focused on each other. They were all so focused. I keep laughing and my voice sounds crazy and creepy. Gwen says, you guys ever listen to yourself when you send a voicemail? You sound like creepy as hell, man. You know what I mean? Like, originally when you send the voicemail, like, this is what you sound like, right? Yo, what's up, baby? I just want to let you know that you're the greatest thing that I ever met in my life. You know what I mean? And I want to tell you something. Hey, lady. Right? And then you listen back to it. Hi there, lady. I just want to let you know. You're like the greatest thing that's ever been in my life, you know? You know what I mean? Like, bruh. And you're like, bruh, I sounded so good. And then after you listen to it, what the I swear I don't sound like that. Do I still get my channel points? Of course, Holodocs. Just sell Kimmy. Reminds me of the Cool Dip Mike Tyson incident. Chat, I can't even spin the wheel. How am I supposed to spin the wheel? Because my chat's not working. Oh, I can spin it from... That works. I'm spinning it from the website. Sounding like Steve Urkel. Yeah, not Steve Urkel, right? You called. You thought you sounded like Steve Urkel. And then you listen to it, you're like, bro, I sound like Steve Urkel. That was not... You thought it was Stefan Urkel. It actually was... Oh, I just realized I'm not even... Start replay buffer. I just realized I'm not recording. I'm new to Twitch. Frasier, is this really? Is this really your first time being on Twitch? Frasier, thank you so much for coming over. It truly means the world to me. You guys are part of the 1%ers. Wait, do we still have that Mike Tyson command? No, we took it off because the kids are going to be like asking their families. I just saw them. Okay, all right. I thought we took it off. It was supposed to be off. Someone turn that off. I told mods last time to turn it off, but I don't know why it's still on. I don't think the mods can do it. I think I have to do it. Because we got some kids sometimes in here, and I'm like, I don't even know who set that up in the first place. It was probably one of our mods that set it up in the first place. I'm pretty sure. Nah, maybe it was me. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it was me. I don't recall setting that up, actually. Yeah, it can't be me. Naughty mods. Naughty mods. Maybe it was me. It's crazy. Yeah, chat. I'm pretty sure it wasn't me. There you go. Anton removed it. It was me? Oh, it was Kimmy? Kimmy, were you the one? It can't be Kimmy. It can't be Kimmy who set that up. Thank you, Anton. I appreciate you for removing it. We all know it was native. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it was native. Chat, there's a story to it, all right? The reason why they did it was because it was me. Okay, I'll tell you the story again, okay? Remind me at the end. I'll tell you the story. You guys are going to get a kick out of it. But I'd like to ask the kids to actually leave the chat when I tell the story. I thought you meant the Biddies thing. No, the Mike Tyson thing. I'll tell you the story and how it originated. Hi, PJ. PJ, I might need your story more than ever soon. We might need to talk about the betrayal thing soon, man. Hold on, I'm gonna do this real quick. Kimmy says I set up the Biddies thing. Yeah, it's not the Biddies I was talking about. We were talking about the Mike Tyson thing. But I'll tell you the story. Chat will get a kick out of it. They're like, uh-oh. Yeah, chat. Uh-oh is for real, for real. Let me do this. I think I'm gonna switch this. Hi, Rob. I'm doing great. How are you? You guys know I'm always doing great. Y'all know I'm always doing great, even if I'm not doing great. I'm doing amazing, though, to be honest. Like, today, I'm good. I think I'm gonna switch this. Dang, someone got cooked out here. That thing cracks me up every single time, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I just woke up getting ready for work. Nice. What do you do for a living, Rob, if you don't mind me asking? Hopefully you at least enjoy it. I don't know what I'd do if I had to wake up every day and not love my job, chat. That's why I always say, don't love your job, job your love.
Don't love your job.
Okay, I can't press that. I forgot I'm live on YT right now, and they could like ban you. for like music. I'm kind of scared what other commands we have. Oh yeah. I took off like most of them, I think, the bad ones. I don't know. Our mods be setting up stuff they're not supposed to set up. Our mods be trolling. I'm a consumer researcher. I study consumer behavior. Ooh, can you study consumer behavior for DJs? Oh my gosh, look at this loadout. Yo, chat, where the hell did this mythic loadout come from? Oh, shoot. Never mind. I was about to... That thing has a lot of recoil. Rissy was right. She said, don't pick up this SMG. And she was absolutely right last time. She's still right till now. That SMG... I don't know what kind of recoil is on this SMG, but it's so bad. Hi, NSFP. That recoil is so bad. I think I should just take the sniper instead. They brought it back. That SMG is trash, Rissy. It's so doo-doo. The recoil is ridiculous on that thing. Alright, let me open this. Hey, lady. When you turn... I can't believe I'm going with the pump right now. I'm warning them, chat, because I want them to know where the shots are coming from. See? It's always good to warn the enemy. Ooh, I'm gonna take that. Hi, K-Wild. Warning shots. My nose is so itchy, and I don't know why. Thank you, chat, for talking good about me. All right, we're dropping that. We're going with this spray gun for the win. Sit down, Kim Kardashian. I think there's another guy who wants me from another team. I think Kim Kardashian is getting rezzed. Thanks for the shockwaves. Thanks for the shockwaves. Ah, I had to reload. I think the other one is right outside this door. Let's wait for the girl to come back. Let's see where Kim Kardashian goes. Probably there. This is a good shotgun, right, chat? The drop-in was crazy. Right into the hole. I used to be able to learn how to time everything, like... Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna waste. I'd rather, like, get some more loot here. I'm not gonna waste time going there. I'm just gonna chill here. It was like, surprise, mother... I used to be able to time my shockwaves so perfectly. I still have a little bit of good timing on it, but in my own server, I could time it, like, perfectly. But now it's like, it's off sometimes. Sometimes I overshoot my target. I think I've made a few enemies here. That's what I get for shooting everybody instead of just finishing them. I think I'm gonna go up and look for some more mobility in this area. I gotta go up here and look for... Oh my gosh, what is this lag? I can't even slide. Kimmy, can you help me find any, like, mobility? Oh, my pistol. W. My pistol's at least here. Although I feel like you don't need the pistol if you have this AR. It's nice to have 2 spray weapons, I guess. Damn, I gotta go to that corner, chat. Or else I'm not gonna have any mobility. I'm not gonna have any mobility. Okay, we got some mobility here. Oh, they're fighting over there. I tried to launch them out of there, but it didn't even, like... Chat, I tried to throw it. It didn't even throw. Damn, that's messed up. I tried to throw it in there. It didn't... Nope. I tried to throw it to launch the dude out. Oh, nope, we're out of here. Let's see if this guy has mobility. That guy's gonna have to come back to his loot if he wants to win this game. Oh, he doesn't come back. Well, we love that. See you guys later. Remember me? That's the guy who, like, was shooting at me the whole time. Ooh. Nice hits. GG's, Kimmy. Look at Kimmy, chat. Look at Kimmy. Look at Kimmy. Nice try, Kimmy. Oh, man. I got hit again from behind the bunker when I jumped over. I was like, literally, I cleared the bunker and I got hit. I still got hit. It was like last night, chat, when I got sniped and my head was behind the bunker. Exactly the same way I died again. Do we do one more, chat? Or should I, like, just... Should we do one more? Wait, chat, did y'all claim Zumba? Yo, you trolls. Alright, guess it's Zumba time.
It's the genius guy. For the guys one more time.
Oh, we should do Discord as well.
Y'all me why you open like a clothespin. I make your breast stand up. I make your ass swing. My girl just gimme. My girl just gimme.
Nazi chat. Gimme. Yo, clipped is crazy, chat. Well, already better than TikTok. We just troll over here. Puns. This community just loves trolling me. They just love trolling the crap out of me. Alright, chat. So, I got something to share. You guys ever been betrayed in your life? You guys ever been betrayed in your life? This is a perfect story because PJ Sky can go, yes. A lot of y'all can relate to this, right? So all the time by Costco, I feel you, native. So like, I have a habit, right? They always say that your parents, right? So when you think about this, you are like a, how do I put it? You're like, the life you lead is essentially going to be the same as your parents if you don't learn how to operate with what's given to you, right? So my dad always was always betrayed in his life. He couldn't keep friendships around, and the reason why he couldn't keep friendships around is a lot of the times he ended up getting betrayed. All right, so I have this tendency of getting betrayed for whatever reason. I don't know if it's we're too kind. My dad was a very, very kind person, so he always gave people the benefit of the doubt. And so for me, that betrayal feeling, I haven't felt that feeling up until last night. So it's been years since I felt that feeling. I'm in the middle of the night, and I barely ever check my emails in my gaming side. I opened up my gaming email, and they said a random message came in from TikTok, and it said, effective immediately, you're going to end up losing Gaming Live Pro because you're using competitive platforms, blah, blah, blah. And hear me out, chat. I am one of those people that advocates and will continue to advocate for TikTok no matter what happens. I will continue to advocate because I love them they're the reason why we blew up. I owe a lot to TikTok. But the feeling of betrayal came back. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I was like, what? Like, we worked so hard as a community to do this, right? So it hurt me. Like, I'm in the middle of the night and I felt that sense of, I've never felt that kind of betrayal ever, right? There's multiple streamers literally on TikTok right now who are gaming live pros and are multi-streaming. They're literally streaming to Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok all at the same time. I'm one of the few who don't do that because I know that's in their terms. So I'm like, what is happening? So I messaged my growth manager, what the hell just happened? I'm like so curious. Like I'm so hurt by what just happened. They said I'm advertising my YouTube or whatever. So hear me out, chat. It turns out that their algorithm or their AI, and I messaged the guy. I said, hey, why is this taken away from me? Like, I even told my community, even after a lot of them were like, yo, it's $9.99. There's no way I'm gonna sub to you anymore on there. I'd rather give my money elsewhere. But I said, no, I owe a lot to TikTok. I love how much TikTok takes care of me, and I love how good they are as a company. And I love how, till this very day, it is the only platform where you can actually see yourself grow. You can't see yourself grow on any other platform. And I don't care what other platforms say. I don't care what other people say. There's no other platform that you can, hold on, let me save this. And then let me start the backtrack in case I need to protect myself in this case. Backtrack. Okay, let me start this. I'm just starting the timer in case I need to protect myself if someone like takes this out of context. That's why I'm telling this community. I'm not telling TikTok. I'm telling you guys because I can be upfront, straightforward with you guys. And so I'm hurt right in the middle of the night. I'm like messaging every single growth manager there is. Someone tell me, point out what the hell did I do? I don't know what I said, what I did. I usually am advocating for TikTok when I'm on TikTok. In fact, till this very day, I'm actually advocating for TikTok when I get off of TikTok, right? So I'm like so curious. I'm like so hurt. And they say effective immediately, you're going to lose it. And then I messaged the guy and he said, oh, it's because your bio says live 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. And not just that, you have the red chat. You're gonna laugh at this. The AI is so bad, and this is where I feel the betrayal from. Because the AI is so bad. Let me copy paste this into the chat. Okay. Instead of being logged onto CoolDipT TV, I should log into CoolDipT TV. Hold on, bear with me. So this is what the AI ended up saying. Because of this red emoji. How do I do it? All right, you guys see that, chat? They said because of that red emoji, they were going to take it off effective immediately. And I said, no, that red emoji does not equal YT. That red emoji means I'm live on TikTok during that time. I'm not ever advertising another platform. I'm not joking, puns. And I just thought, why is life so unfair to me? Like, every little thing like this always happens to me. Doesn't happen to other creators. But for me, growing up, I've always felt like the kindest people in this world, the people who put their head down, mind their own business, constantly working in their own circle because I believe in my own grass, right? People always tell me, man, I love what you're doing and all of this stuff. Like, how do you have the time? And it's like, because I don't got time to focus on someone else's grass, right? I'm too busy. There's a saying that I love saying, I'm too busy watering my own grass to even focus and worry about your grass. So I don't know if someone within, like TikTok, is out to get me. I don't know if another gaming live pro sent that picture to them. I don't know. Because why all of a sudden, right? It makes absolutely no sense. So I'm thinking to myself, why all of a sudden am I being targeted to get my gaming live pro removed? I just don't know what am I getting targeted for. And just after they sent a message, they said, oh yeah, it was because of this. It almost felt like they were trying to find a way to get rid of me as a gaming live pro because I'm trying to explain, like, hey, want to give back to TikTok. If there's any way, just on top of that, the message that came through said, we would also like to highly encourage you to get involved in a lot of our programs. So I was like, oh, I don't know if that's it. And they were trying to find a way. So for me, chat, the crazy announcement that we're going to have is we're going to be a part of more competitions, right, when it comes to TikTok in the future. And I just want you guys to be aware, and that's all. I don't know if that's it, and I guess I got to get more involved with TikTok. So chat, if you start to see me in competitions on TikTok, right? I told them I'm very open and honest, and I said I'm also open and honest with my community. I'm gonna explain to you guys. I stream, right? And I told them I'm so sorry if I wasn't involved in the other programs you had. I don't care about diamonds, and my community could care less about diamonds as well. I don't stream for diamonds. I stream because I love what I do and I want to entertain. I stream because, are they trying to make you battle people? Yeah, so it almost seems like, do you think we could get gaming live? No, they said, okay, we'll reverse it overnight, and I hope it's true. It's still there. I mean, I think if you go on TikTok and look at it, it's still there. But they were saying it was going to be effectively immediately removed. And then they said, oh, sorry, yeah, if you didn't mean that, then we'll reverse it. So they said reverse it. But now I feel like I got a side eye on me. Like, and I always felt that in my life. I never focus on what other people are doing. I'm too focused on this community and too focused on what I have to do in my life, because I got so much to do, man. I got too much to do. And I just can't get over the fact that those 2 red circles, what are diamonds? It's basically coins, Jess, on TikTok, right? So I told them a lot of their competitions had to do with coins. My heart, I know, Frasier. My heart, too. A warning would have seemed fair as well, Mighty Buttercup. But a guy who's poured his heart, soul, and effort into TikTok, and overnight they thought that was the legitimate thing to deal with. So, I mean, I thought about it in life, and I always think like this is corporations are all about, it's not about what you did, it's about what have you done lately for me, right? And so I'm just confused because our community consistently gets like gaming ranks. Our community consistently keeps the 200 subs, right? So the reason why I tell y'all this, chat, is so that you don't get offended and start taking your subs away. I don't want us to do that, because that's the old us. Old us would be emotional. Old us would be emotional to like send a quick hate message. Like old me, chat, I was about to send a quick like, how wrong of this? Like, I've given you so much of my time. I in fact stream the most on TikTok. Over here, I only stream for an hour. And so I just felt like OG me was going to be like, there goes again, people trying to betray the trust and love that I've given them. There goes people not looking out for me. There goes like, and so old me was about to kick in. And I told myself, you know what? Let's not emotionally get involved with what happened. Let me just message them and ask them what is the problem? What did I do? And then they told me it was because of those two circles. So I feel like I got a side eye looking towards me, and I don't know if someone's trying to help get me removed, and I hope that's not the case. I put my head down. I give back to my community. I give back to TikTok as much as I can. And I want my community to know that because I'm going to enter these future competitions, don't think that I'm entering it just for the diamonds. It's just going to be like, I guess I got to put my name out there more in these programs to get a little bit more involved. So I saw a program that I like that's coming up, and I think it'll be a good program. Yeah, Bat Queen, that's what I saw. And I'm not going to assume, right, in this lifetime, people say there are 4 things that you should be aware of. There's 4 agreements in life, right? The first agreement is not to make assumptions. So I'm not going to assume that, okay, it had nothing to do with that live for. I'm going to assume that it really was that out of the blue. I'm not going to assume that it was anything other than that. I'm also going to say that I'm going to give my 110%, right? That's the second agreement. So I'm sorry this happened to you. It happened out of the blue, and I couldn't sleep because it was the same kind of betrayal I felt from previous relationships, previous friends, and I haven't felt that kind of betrayal in so long in my life. Oh, gosh, it hit me like a brick. I couldn't sleep. I stayed up till like 8, 9 in the morning trying to wait for a response back. And so, man, I don't know. I was hurt. I was so hurt. I said, man, this community even like was so nice enough to stick around, even though it's like a little pricier for them, right? They could like easily support us elsewhere. But I told them like, no, don't leave just because TikTok's increasing their prices, because TikTok's the reason why we're here. I mean, so I couldn't believe that they were just going to let go of my gaming live pro status like that off of 2 circles. Couldn't believe it. It was a horrible feeling to wake up to. And I didn't wake up to it. I just decided to check my email in the middle of the night, and it hurt, bro. Still hurts like talking about it now, because like that betrayal it's a horrible feeling. And so anyways, it might be time to pull out. Yeah, my heart sank. Master Queen, can we get W's in the chat for Master Queen subbing for 4 months in a row? My heart sank, right? Because chat, getting gaming live pro is a privilege, right? That's how much I care about it, because I worked very hard. I worked very hard, and it wasn't just me, chat, right? When you think about it, I think about the efforts of this entire community. Even this community, right, spent their hard-earned dollar, even after it's so expensive for them, $9.99. They still said, okay, we're gonna try to keep it. So you still keep it. So I was like thinking to myself, our community, right? I'm like in the middle of the night thinking of the worst things possible. I'm like, our community is consistently hitting the sub goal every single month on TikTok. So that can't be it. I never end up advocating for any other platform except for TikTok. While I'm on TikTok, I'll usually say, if you want to talk to me, I'm gonna leave. I'll see you on the purple, right? But every streamer does that. I'm not multi-streaming, right? So I'm like thinking to myself, there's like a million stream. That's part of the rules. You're not supposed to be multi-streaming, but there's like 50 other gaming live pros multi-streaming every single day. So I'm so confused. I'm like hurt. I'm like angry. I'm like sad. Wow, you're just gonna kick me off to the curb. Like, I'm so confused. And then they said, oh, it's because you're advertising your YouTube. And I'm like, where? And they said, oh, it's because those 2 red circles, like the AI picked up. And it just hit me like a brick. Wait, so me trying to advertise me being live on TikTok during that time, you took it as me advertising for you. I'm not live on YouTube during those times. So I'm hurt, man. It's total BS. It's total unfairness. I just am hurt. It's crazy, dog. I'm so hurt. So I don't know if it was like, so now they're trying to find a reason to try to kick me off, right? Because I'm not participating in these programs. So I said, oh, I will do what I can to participate in the programs, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't do this for the diamonds. I don't do this for money. I do this because I want to build a community. I do this because I don't want my community's money. While it does help me pay the bills, I just want to be able to do this full time and, you know, put my head down and, I don't know, man. Yeah, so I was hurt, man. I was so hurt. Anyway, so chat. Anyways, while it might piss you off, I think it's a good thing. I tend to think everything that happens always happens for you, not to you. No matter how angry we want to be, no matter how sad we want to be, because people can betray us overnight. People can literally take away what we worked hard for. Understand that God gives you things that only you can handle, and there's a reason why it happened. Right, chat? There's a reason why it happened. The only reason why it happened is maybe we need to be part of these programs, because maybe these programs will get us out there more. Maybe I get to fly up to TikTok if our community hits #1 one time. So, yeah. It hurts, man. I don't want to cry about it, but it hurts, man. Like, when you built something and you've worked so hard, people can essentially say, nah, let me take it away. And out of, like, really kind... It's always the kind people. That's what I'm so pissed off about in life. You know what I mean? I always talk to God about this. Why can't it be the people who are evil and mean and cruel to this world? Why can't it be them? You know what I mean? People are constantly complaining, being negative. Not once will you ever see me being negative on TikTok. And I just am shocked. Like, yes, I'll probably rage bait people by saying things, or like I'll rage for the video. But true intentions, man. True, that's my intentions. You know, my true intentions have always been pure. So I just never understand. So I talked to God. I sat on that couch. I said, God, here we go again. Out of all the people, it's like, God, you see my heart. You see what I'm trying to give. Why? Why? Out of 2 red circles, that's the reason why I'm going to end up losing it? No conversation, no warning, no nothing? I was so hurt, man. I am so hurt when I saw that. After all we've poured as a community into it. So I told him, and so it almost seems like it was like, okay, I'll reverse it. Just understand, you got to be more actively involved. I'm like, there's communication. I've been trying to ask you guys or talk to you guys, but nobody follows back. So I'm like so confused. Like, I'm trying to communicate half of the time, like, hey, can you guys help me with this? Can you help me with that? Nobody ever gets back to me. So I'm like, oh, is that how they want to deal with it? So, like, I guess I have to make the effort, chat. So in my life, I've always noticed that I have to put the extra foot forward. Yeah, they take so long to get back to me. They barely ever respond to, like, I asked them to help Kimmy with her thing. They couldn't even help me with that. So I'm like, I am confused. So, like, there's so many things, right? So, yeah, I didn't give up. I just, like, messaged them. I waited. I ruined my sleep schedule, and so I'm tired. I'm, like, because of this whole situation. I stayed up the whole time, you know? So all I want to tell you guys, chat, is please don't ever, right? I share this with you in total confidentiality, that you guys don't ever feel some type of way whenever we go live there, okay? So whenever we go live there, hear me out. I will still advocate for the fact it's just corporation, right? I used to work for a corporate company. I know what it's like. It's not about what you've done. It's what have you done for me lately. Every corporation's like that. They've always been like that. All corporations are like that, right? So I just wish they had communicated to me so I would have known, oh, okay, so is this the reason why you guys are trying to subliminate? Like 2 red circles. I could have understand if they caught me saying something or something happened. 2 red circles right next to the 4:30 to 7:30. So I think I have a side eye looking at me from within, or another gaming live pro is trying to get me removed. So maybe their friend could have. I don't know what it is. I will never know what it is. I just focus in my own circle. I look down. I look at my own self. I removed the circles, by the way, Frazier. If you go back and look at the TikTok, go click on it. I said, hey, I removed it in real time. And he said, okay, let me send a message to reverse this. So, man, painful. It hurt me. No explanation, no communication. They just one day decide, here. By the way, I know your community's been hitting every single goal. I know your community's been doing every single thing, but those 2 red circles, let me remove it. Painful, man. Hurt me. Really hurt me. So, chat, all of this just to say, we will be more actively involved in competitions this year, okay? It's not going to be just Live Fest. I'm going to be more actively involved in other, whatever upcoming. There's one that it says I'll get to pay a visit at the TikTok headquarters if I win. You know? So we're going to try that for the first competition this year. I'll probably sign up. I think it's happening in 8 days or 7 days. So we'll try for all of that. It'll at least show that I'm actively involved with, like, right away. We're moving right away into it, you know? So there'll be a competition that we could legitimately be flown out to see the TikTok headquarters. That sounds cool. Why not? Let's not do it for the diamonds. Let's see if we can actually fly out to TikTok headquarters and have a community hangout sesh there, you know? Yeah, I can give them a nice present. Yeah, so we'll see. We're going to compete for some of these upcoming programs. Thank you, Chateau. I appreciate you. Y'all don't ever have to, but I just want to let you know, if you're curious, why is Cool Dip all of a sudden entering all of this, right? My word is my bond to y'all, and you guys know how much I don't give a damn about diamonds. It's one of the reasons why I don't. No, they pay for flight, Native. That's the funny part. They pay for all of it. Imagine if there was a plot twist, Native. You never know. But they pay for all of it. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. It seems like when you read the fine print, it seems like they pay for all of it. So if you're ever wondering why this year Cool Dip's entering all these competitions, might as well. Apparently, these competitions could get you much further into the algorithm. So let's do it, chat. Let's go a little bit harder. Thank you for telling us. Yeah, I would never hold anything back from this community because you'll see it on stream. I feel some type of way if I don't get to communicate with my community my true feelings about what's happening and how hurt I am. You know, to this, I don't know, that painful betrayal feeling hits here right hard because I've been betrayed so much in my life. And it always happens out of the blue. It always happens to the kindest, nicest people, like people who I'm not focused on anybody else but me. I'm not focused on anybody else but this community. I'm not focused on anybody else but God, you know, and I think it's meant to be. So if it's meant to be, we move on. We strive. I hope they end up reversing it like they say they would. Now I just don't trust. I have a trust issue now with not knowing if I could legitimately come back tomorrow. It might be a different answer. Like, oh, okay, so we sent it in and they still think you should lose it. Then, yeah, okay, fine. Right? So just leave it up to God. Only God can deal with all of this, right? Anyways, yeah, I was talking to God in the middle of the night and I talked to him for a while. God's also like, oh, look who's back, crawling on his knees. Thank you, JV. I appreciate you. I bet you God is like, look who's coming back, groveling on his knees. God, you know I'm always thanking you every single time. But, like, I really legitimately spend a long time with God during that time. Usually I'm supposed to spend 2 hours a day. Lately, I found myself spending only 15 minutes, right? Last night, I spent 3 hours. Just sitting, reflecting. You know what I mean? God's probably like, look who's crawling back again. First Twitch with the sub 5 per and now this. Yeah, it's the company thing. Companies are more, I think they're getting more and more competitive with each other nowadays. So, you know, companies fighting each other using their, yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that it was just a simple mistake. I like to even though they were legitimately going to remove it overnight without any explanation, without any warning, without nothing, I'm going to take them for I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, because that's one of the 4 agreements in life. Never ever take anything personal, right? That's the first agreement. You're going to learn this in a book called The 4 Agreements. Very, very important book, so you don't ever feel some type of way if someone betrays you. First step is, the first agreement in life is you never ever take anything personal. If someone says something about you, you don't know what their intention is. They might want to laugh with you. They might want to, like, that's the first intention, right? Don't ever take anything personal, right? I'm like thinking one day I'm going to end up getting canceled because people are going to take what I say personally, right? Especially when I'm trolling people on TikTok. I just feel like one day, who knows, you might get canceled, right? But the first step is you never take anything personal. The second thing is you never assume, right? So I'm not going to assume that, yes, it might sound as small as a red circle. I'm not going to assume it was anything beyond that and that nobody's out to get us. Let's just look at it for what it is. Maybe it was technically just that red thing. I might be overreacting. I might be, acting like my mother. What was it? Yeah, I'm acting like my mother, maybe, right? My mom overreacts sometimes. And then the third thing is always give 100% in what you do. And if we're going to compete in all of these, we're going to give 100% in majority of the competitions for the rest of the year. And then the last thing, I can never remember what it is. Never take anything personal. Never assume. Always give 100%. Does anybody remember what the 4th agreement is? It's okay. I'll assume for you, Dip. Yeah, I'm trying to be like Jesus, man, and just like turn the other cheek. So that's why he's my hero. You know what I mean? Homie gets spit on. Homie gets like crucified. Imagine being called the Son of God and people spit on you. Imagine the kind of ego you would probably have if you are the Son of God, chat. And homie was like, yeah, go ahead. God, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. That's the kind of forgiveness I need to have in my life. And so PJ Sky, leading next story, that's the kind of forgiveness that you should have, that PJ Sky has. So we're going to talk about PJ Sky's story. I think it's time, because we're going to talk about his story next week. All right, in next week's Wisdom Wednesday. Imagine if that's supposed to happen. Yeah, that's true love, JB. Imagine if that happened because God was like, nah, you need to share his story already. Thank you, Rob. That's actually probably the most important one too. Out of all of them, be impeccable with your word. Whatever you say, you should always follow through. You can't tell people, hey, I'll be there for you, and then don't even show up. I tell my mom this all the time. People usually talk all the time. Me and her had an argument about certain things in our culture in Samoa one time, and I was having an argument with my mom. I told my mom, esele kaukala, but ese foi savali, because o kokele ka Samoa, over kaukala ele lava savali, and so I couldn't make it like too formal. What that means is one of the biggest things we have a problem with in Samoa is we talk too damn much about saying what we're gonna do, but we don't walk enough of the walk. And my mom stopped for a bit. And as much as she wanted to scold me, she was like, yeah, you're right. Damn. I love seeing the growth in my mom too. Because OG mom, my old mom, my younger mom, would probably like cuss me out, tell me off. But I was calm and patient with it. I said, Mom, there's a difference between telling people you love them and showing people you love them. There's a difference, Mom. My mom's like, I don't know where you got all this wisdom from. I feel like the older you get, and typical Samoan mom, she's like, the older you get, I just feel like the more fiapoko you're becoming. No, Mom, it's not fiapoko. It's just because I've learned through experiences, Mom, that no matter how much you tell someone you love them, I don't believe you, man. I don't believe with your words. Everybody can tell you they love you, man. Do most people show it to you, though? No. This community, I was telling my mom, this community, Mom, right? I don't see any of my immediate family members. So I had this conversation with my mom. This community shows me more love, Mom, in the last 3 years than any of my immediate family members. Where are they? I don't ever see them in my chat. I don't ever see them sharing a video. I'm not telling them to gift me, Mom. I'm like, where are these people? These are my people. These people who show up daily for me. These people who show up telling me about their day. These people who are getting proposed literally in chat, These people who... Right? I'm not telling them to come and gift me. I'm telling them, like, support, Like, you can support just by watching in the background. I know all of them are introverts, right? Because a lot of Samoans are introverts. I know a lot of them who are on their phone 24/7. You mean to tell me they don't got time to come in and say hi? They don't got time to say, hey? You know what I mean? You mean to tell me they don't got time? So, Mom, please don't tell me. I was trying to tell my mom, please don't tell me about what love is, because I know what love is, Mom. It's not about your words, it's about your actions. I don't believe in words, because everybody got that fake love shit. Everybody can tell you, yo, I love you. Everybody can tell you I love you, but not everybody can show you. Anyways, chat, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for being my people. I actually shared this with Kimmy first, because she's my peoples, and then you guys are the second people I didn't get to talk to my mom yet today, so my mom doesn't even know about what was happening recently. My mom doesn't know what TikTok was. I know my mom would probably throw a fit if she heard like what was about to happen. So all I know is, actually, Kimmy wasn't the first. I talked to God first, and then I talked to Kimmy after. Kimmy was asleep, and I was gonna call Kimmy, and I was just like, nah, let me sit and talk to God first instead of like waking up Kimmy in the middle of the night, because Kimmy's got school. I was about to pick up my phone, call Kimmy. I probably could rely on my mods too, like Native and Anton, and I know I can rely on these homies, because Native especially too, Anton especially too. These guys have always been there for me, like through tough times. I really wanted to call someone in the middle of the night, and you know, sometimes you feel lonely in the middle of the night because you don't got your friends to play. I know you would have answered, Kimmy. So I decided, you know what? Let me call God. His line is always open. So anyways, chat, while I'm here, I just want to tell y'all, as much as I want to cry and be hurt about this kind of stuff, I just want to say God is good, man, no matter what, chat. No matter what, man. Everything we're going to have in our life, everything that we'll become, everything that's going to happen is going to happen for good, and it's all because of God. All right, chat? God is good, man. God is God. God is so good. I can't explain how good God is. We'll continue. You don't play late at night because you're Mr. Jim now. I know, Native. I know. Speaking of which, gratitude jar. Yes. I guess that could also be a gratitude jar that we were about to lose it and it got reversed. I don't know. But there's multiple things. Maybe I'll make time, chat, but I got to go to the gym. Mighty Buttercup, would you kindly remind me tomorrow? Because tomorrow I got nothing. Anyways, I'll do one more final announcement. First come, first serve tomorrow. Our community is going to be playing a game called Super Battle Golf. And so, Kimmy, if you could release the sub thing, and this is for subs. I'm going to mute everybody on TikTok, of course, because I'm not taking any chances. I know this community, they might drop a random F-bomb or drop a random B word. So everybody's going to get muted when we play on TikTok tomorrow. But we're playing a game called Super Battle Golf. If you have it, if you have a PC, there's a few people in our community who have it. Please download it. I can only take in 8 people, right? So I'm first and foremost, the mods are going to play, right? The mods are going to play. So slides, get ready right at noon. I don't know if Kimmy's going to get off in noon. Kimmy, what time do you get off work tomorrow? Let's schedule it around Kimmy's for her to open the sub thing. I want to get at least 8 people all at the same time. It'll be funny to watch. Chat, it's basically Mario Kart. Oh, thank you, Native. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, that's right. School's canceled. That's right. And worst case scenario, Kimmy, Native can, right? But I wish I can play. So, and chat, take a look. Sub games. Sub games tomorrow, but sub games with Super Battle Golf. We're having an extra sub game. All right, we're supposed to have sub games on. We're supposed to have sub games on Saturday, but I've been watching that game and it looks fun. So try to do your best. I want to try to get at least 8. So it is PC only. So if you have a PC, please do me a favor, come join us. I think Richter has it. I think what's her name? Hawaiian has automatic entrance to play the game tomorrow because she's the one who told me about the game. Okay, so Kimmy, no matter what, you're gonna take the first 7 people. If Hawaiian shows up, Hawaiian's automatically in. She's the reason why I know about the game. She was also the reason why I know about Peak. Hawaiian was the first person who told me about Peak. She probably can tell like what kind of games I enjoy. She knows I like the goofy, funny, like she knows my vibe. So like anytime she sees a goofy, funny vibe, she like is like, oh, by the way, cool, I know you loved Peak. Here's a game that you should play, and it's super bad. So I was like, every time she gives me a suggestion, I'm always like, oh, okay, in my own time, I'll get to it. And then I literally opened up my PC, watched it, and then I got to see Kimmy play it. And then I was like, bruh, this actually looks funny as hell. And imagine 8 people all playing Mario Kart with golf and all hitting each other. It just looks funny as hell. And I want to get a good laugh, so it'll be funny. I'm going to have to mute everybody, of course, because I don't want someone to accidentally slip. I don't ever want to be the person that blames my community for something, even though, right, I'm a streamer. I got to blame my community for everything that happens. I don't want anybody to accidentally fumble tomorrow on TikTok. So everybody's muted. It's just it's my rule. I've been banned numerous times in the past because of allowing the community to talk. So I've learned my lesson, right? Should have heard Native the other night on TikTok. You missed out, dog. Chat, you should have heard Native the other night on TikTok when we were playing on the side channel. I couldn't stop laughing. If you were here, you were here. If you were here that night, you were here. I couldn't stop laughing, bro. Native cracked me up that night, bro. I couldn't stop laughing. That girl was the one who started it. I'm just going to be honest, but it was funny as hell. I was like, okay. Yo, she pissed Native off. I'm not going to lie. The things she was saying, yo, that was diabolical, though. Native was so fast. He's such a witty dude. That's why Native's in my circle. You know what I mean? He's fast with it. The way he came back, Native made my night, bro. He made my night that night. I was like, I've never seen Native pissed, but man, that cracked me up. That's what made it so funny, because you'll never see Native mad. So that night, that's so funny. So damn funny. I was laughing so much. Kimmy couldn't stop laughing. We were all cracking up so hard, chat. It was too damn funny. We were all, I was cracking up so hard, bro. She deserved everything she got. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Yeah, the way she started talking shit. She literally turned on her mic just to talk shit. Like, there are a few people like on what do you call it? On Arc Raiders who will like, once they get knocked, then the mic comes on all of a sudden, you know? So she literally turned on her mic just for that moment and started talking shit to Native. Oh, you should have heard Native's comebacks. Too damn good, bro. The comebacks are too damn good, bro. But Native's not banned. I don't think Native's banned, or else he would have mentioned it already. Native didn't get banned. Which makes me think, if Native doesn't get banned for that, what did Slides say that got him banned? Like, I want to know now, Slides. I want to know. Like, what Native said was crazy, but it was funny. It was funny. It was perfect. It was just, right? It was perfect timing. It was hilarious as hell in the moment. So I'm like curious, what the hell did Slides say to end up getting banned from like Arc Raiders? Like, I'm very curious, Slides. Because Native was going in on that girl. Native was going he put all his chips on that girl. It was, she got cooked. She did not know what to say after that. She was so confused. She had no comeback for it, dude. Absolutely no comeback. Okay, so that's it. Slides told a guy to kiss his ass. Really? That's it? That's crazy. I don't know. Sometimes Slides, I feel like, I think I understand where Slides is coming from. Chat, can we get W's in the chat for Marissa for the 10 gifted? I'm not going to lie, chat. I tell this to this community all the time. There are a few people, right, on TikTok who can get away with saying the B word, the F word, and all this stuff. Me, I almost feel like I am walking on eggshells half the time. Because I could literally just do a little Zumba move where I could say something small, boom, banned. So I can relate to Slides on just something as simple as kiss my ass, right? Like, that's not a big deal. That's like super minor, super... Chat, I legitimately got banned for being trollish about feet pics. It was a joke. Like, our side TikTok account, it was a joke. Like, Jen came in, said something, triggered the algorithm. I made a joke. Permanently banned. Forever. Chat, like, I think Jen asked the question, like, hey, where can I get the feet pics or something like that? Triggers the algorithm, and I said, oh, you guys can, if you guys ever want to sign up for my feet pics, just let me know. And I made a joke like that. Boom. Straight, like, within seconds. Boom, gone. And then I appealed it, thinking like, whoa, what is this, right? And boom, it was like something simple, like I said something simple like that as a joke. I appealed it, and they said, nah, it's permanently banned. And I'm like, for joking. And my growth manager at the time went back and looked, and he said, well, clearly you're actually joking. It's just the algorithm can't figure out if you're joking. So we'll put in a word. They put in a word, they try to help me, still couldn't even reverse it. I don't understand it. But so I know where Slides is coming from, where some of us have to actually walk on eggshells. you know, because we could say something super simple like kiss my ass, but it would be me who would get banned for it. Someone else could say kiss my mother and keep going and wouldn't get banned. You know what I mean? They could keep going and wouldn't get banned. But for me, I could say something as simple as what Slides said and I could get banned. I don't know, man. Maybe they wanted the pics all to themselves. I don't know, Mighty Buttercup. Maybe. But yeah, I can't get back that side account. I really love that side account. That side account was so... I wanted to go live on that side account to have... not anti... What was I going to say? To have like another gaming channel in case my main cooled up T, but cannot. Permanently banned. I wish I could say the things I like to say in moments like this, Anton. Nah, man. You do more than enough. I still got to figure out how we're going to get you editing, bro. So... I haven't figured it out yet. Hopefully, yeah, I got to figure it out. So far, I'm going day by day, Anton. If you notice, I'm doing day by day edits because I don't got time for everything else. You know, balancing three different businesses is like too much. I don't know if I'm spreading myself thin, especially the days where I have meetings and I got to like talk to all these upcoming clients. Trying to balance that out is just like a pain in the butt. Such a pain in the butt. I don't know how to balance my like side business. Well, it's my main business. Actually, it's my side business. Still my main because that's usually like without this community is helping me, but that usually pays the bills. Like if I'm struggling at any month, I would never tell this chat. I would just pick up an MC gig, right? That's one MC gig is good enough for me to pay the bills. You know what I mean? So I just don't have it in me to tell this community, hey guys, I'm struggling this month. You know, it just sounds so stupid, chat. It sounds weird. Like, I don't want to sound like a panhandler whenever I go live. You know what I mean? Like, people here have their own problems. So that's why you'll never see me go, chat, I'm struggling this month. Please help me. Please. Or else I won't be able to pay the bills. Oh, man, that sounds so pitiful. My dad would, like, choke me. Yeah, maybe I'll just go stay at Native's place if it ever happen. Please, sir, spell Galaxy. Please, sir, I'm struggling this month. Can y'all spell Galaxy, please? You know? I can't do that. I start to notice I'm struggling. All right, chat, I gotta pick up some gigs. You know what I mean? He'll be just like, that's why we start battling tomorrow. Spare change, please. Chat, do you have any spare heart me's out there? Do you guys have any spare heart me's? Can you guys help me out? Do you have the heart to give me? You know what I mean? Make it a heart me. Ay. Although it would look kind of funny if someone was like doing that at some point. Maybe we should like not knock it till we try and just mess around with chat. Chat, can you spell heart me? Do you have the heart to give me? Please. Those TikTokers are the one. Be like Batman. Are we battling? Yes. Do you have a heart to give me? A heart in coins. Reminds me of Vivo. When you would ask for daily hearts? Wait, there was a thing on Bebo that you asked for daily hearts? Can you tell I was never on Bebo? My first ever app, people always crack up. They always think it was MySpace. I was never on MySpace. The only reason why I was on Facebook too, and I think about this till this very day, would I have ever been a content creator if I never opened up Facebook? It was for a project in class. I was against social media. Chat, I was so like, social media people are, that's how I was. Social media people don't know how to live in the moment. They don't know how to have fun in their life, right? That's how I was like against social media. You would never catch me on a stream. I was against it. I was so mad when my teacher said, Cool Dip, in order for you to get an A in this class, you have to open a Facebook. And I argued with him for months. Bro, this is not, why are you forcing me? This is not a social media class. I even argued with the professor. This is not a social media class. This is fucking accounting. That's how I literally said it. That's how I said it, chat, in those words. This ain't social media class. This is fucking accounting. He goes, oh, cool. Whoa, chill. I was a passionate dude, the way I used to talk to people. Like, I don't care if you're a professor or this. I'll tell you straight up, like, I'm not for it. Like, I have my life. I don't want to compare my life to others, and I feel like social media is one of the easiest places for you to fall in a comparison journey. Like, you forget how blessed you are because you're so used to comparing, like, oh, look at this person's life. Look at what they are doing. Look at what they have. You know what I mean? And so I didn't want to do that to me. That's why I didn't want social media, right? Why do you think your parents, like, if you think about your marriages back in the 1900s, chat, why do you think they stayed longer than the marriages in today's time? Right? You never had social media, people comparing like, oh, did you see the Joneses? They got to go to Bermuda, Bahama, Jamaica. Why aren't we there? Looks like you're not working hard enough, babe. You know what I mean? Now I'm Zumbaing on Twitch. But that, I was so against it because I always felt like there's too many comparisons, too many problems with social media. I hated social media. So that's why I don't ever like scroll as much on social media, because I tend to, right? Some of us tend to focus too much on what everybody else is doing. Ain't nobody got time for that, man. I'm too busy in my own grass, trying to figure out how to weed my own grass out. You know what I mean? So, you know, but now I'm begging for roses. Spell rose, please. Chat, spell rose. So I think about it, and I'm like, would I have ever done content creation if it wasn't for that professor? We'll never know. Because I was against social media growing up. I was against it. When my friends were trying to get me on MySpace, I was like, hell no. I like to be that mysterious guy when I come to school. Like, oh my gosh, did you notice? What? Coldup's the only one not on MySpace. We're all talking to each other, but there's something about him. I was one of those people, man. I wanted to be private with my life. Like, and so everybody would be like, yo, cool, how come you don't start on MySpace? Nah. I'm too cool for MySpace. You guys can go talk and share your drama with each other. I don't know what's happening. I don't need to know what's happening, you know? So I was always that mysterious dude because I was never on any of these platforms back in the day. People would be trying to look for me or like friend me or whatever. Nope, I wasn't on it. Now I'm everywhere. I'm on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram. I'm on everything now because it's what I do for a living, right? Anyways, Rob, thank you so much for being here. You have an amazing day at work. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I'm so sorry for dragging you guys down today, but I just wanted to share with you what was on my heart. I hope it inspires you to do something. Now, chat, it's meant to be. We got to read PJ Sky's story about betrayal next week because I felt that kind of pain. I haven't felt that kind of betrayal in so long. Last night, nothing happened yet, or at least I hope so. I hope it still remains the same. I think it's still there. I haven't looked yet, but I think it's still there. If started MySpace, you could have been in tech from the HTML we had to use, Native says. HTML, that's crazy. Those are some old school words, Native. Remember, whatever doors God opened for you, ordained for you, no one can close. Yes, true. Yo, put some snaps up. That is deep. That is deep. That is deep, chat. Those are open directly just for you. You know what I mean? No one can close it. God is good, man. Thank you, Rob, for the reminder. Bro, I took an HTML class before, and that's how I learned how to use MySpace. I missed it because I was heading to work. Cinnamon Queen says, what? Someone will explain to you, Cinnamon. It was a long story. I appreciate it, chat. I wanted to share the load. Because I don't want you guys, right, along the journey, I want you guys to see, why did CoolDip do this? You guys saw why we finally monetized this channel. You guys saw why we finally do these. There are so many reasons, like, you get to see the journey and you see why I do the things that I do, right? Because this community, you guys are like a part of me. Without you, I don't grow. You know what I mean? So technically, we're all like in it together in order for us to grow. So I got to constantly share and I got to constantly let you guys know about the journey, about why things are happening, or else you'll be able to see it. I can't bullshit this community, to be honest. You guys can see stuff. You guys can see when I'm not like myself. I'm one of those people where I keep a chip on my shoulder, right? I have my emotions. I wear my emotions on my sleeve kind of person. You can see it easily. You can see if I'm like upset. You can see if I'm mad. You can see, right? It's hard for me to hide it. It'll bother me the entire stream. Chat will be like, yo, why are you so punchy today? What's wrong with you, man? No matter how much I try to hide it, you know? I never had a Tumblr either. I never had that either. You're the only Fortnite streamer I've ever paid for. That means the world to me. That's always crazy to me. Whenever I see someone for the first time give their hard-earned dollar to a stranger they've never met, all because we had a communication beyond this screen. It's crazy to me. You will never be able to explain anything to me that's not God. There has to be some version, or if at any given time God. Because you can't even succeed in this world, I think, in my opinion, without a belief in something. People believe in many things. For me, it's God. You know? Everybody has their own belief system, has their own thing. You can believe whatever you want to believe. You can believe it's instinct. You can think it's manifestation. You think it's law of attraction. You can call it whatever you want to call it. Everybody can call it whatever they want to call it. Muslims call him Allah. You know what I mean? Like, you go to any religion, you can call him whatever you want. I call it God. Anyways, I am moving on. There's your Wisdom Wednesday for this week that y'all were asking for yesterday. Now I get to share PJ Sky's story next week so you guys can understand it. I'm going to do this. I appreciate you, Gwen. Grandfather. I appreciate y'all. Anyways, I got to get ready for the gym. I got 13 minutes. I went 13 minutes over, chat. I'm so scheduled now that I got to go eat. I need 3 hours to unwind. By the time I go to sleep and close my eyes, it'll be like 12:30. And then I got to wake up at 4 o'clock. I'm going to be tired again. Everybody get ready with that golf game tomorrow. I need at least 8 people, please. And people tell the chat. Can you mention it in the main chat? Actually, you know, I'll make an announcement. And then remind me tomorrow, chat. Hawaiian Lover, yes, you're already... There you are. Hawaiian, I already made an announcement that you're automatically in because you're the reason why I know about the game. Hawaiian, you got one of the spots. So far, it'll be me, Kimmy, Wally... wait, hold on. Me, Kimmy, Wally. I think Native is going to download it, I hope. If not, I hope Native downloads it. But I know Anton committed. Kimmy, Hawaiian. How many is that? So however much after. And then we'll oscillate. We'll oscillate every 3 games. I think that'll take up a stream, right? 3 games and then we bring in a new team, or 2 games. Maybe 2 games and bring in a new team. I don't know. We'll see. If I make the list, I'll be in. Let's go, Gwen. I'd love to, like, see how chat plays, if they're like out to get each other or if they're out to... It's kind of like Among Us but on the golf course. It's kind of like Among Us but on the golf course. It's pretty funny. It's basically Mario Kart on the golf course. It looks really, really funny. But be on the lookout tomorrow at noon. I think Slides is going to try to get in. Be on the lookout at noon, okay? Everybody has the same time to look at it. I know Slides is going to want to get in on it. I know Gwen. I know a couple. I know Richter probably will try to get in on it because he's been playing the game. But that'll be 4 o'clock p.m., 4:30 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. So that'll be 10:30 p.m. Eastern. But for the opening, you're right. That's 6 p.m. Eastern. Be on the lookout at 6 p.m. Eastern, 12 o'clock noon Hawaii time. That's when Kimmy's gonna open it. Hawaiian, you're automatically in already. Thank you for telling me about... Thank you for always looking out for funny and goofy games like that for me that I get to enjoy on stream with the community. I always love those kind of games. And then also drop your Steam names. Yes. So drop your Steam names so that Kimmy can pre-add you before we start the stream. And chat, if you're not ready by 4 o'clock, right? Make sure you're on your game by 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern, right? Make sure you're ready because I usually am at my PC 30 minutes prior. I'm going to invite everybody in like 30 minutes prior to the stream. I'm just going to talk to you. We're going to start the game. I'm going to like basically start the match and then start the live, right? Because it's nice if we get right into it. Right into the game because that's how TikTok works. If your live hasn't begun and you're just too busy trying to invite people, taking your time, you end up falling off the algorithm. The first 3 minutes are the most important 3 minutes whenever you start a live. So for those of you who stream, you ever wonder why you're not getting pushed to the algorithm? What if you just started while you're pushing someone? Think about it. What if you started while you were in the middle of a fight, a middle of a match, a middle of a troll session, right? Don't start it trying to say, hey, everybody, welcome in, and right, you should start it at the action part, and then maybe the algorithm will push you further, right? So just in case you were curious, the first 3 minutes are like the most important 3 minutes. That's for any streamers out here who's trying to figure it out. There's your education, your tip for the day, and your inspiration.